This is the phase two, so the athletes, over 750 who can take part in phase one, have taken a number of tests and they're really here now to actually have a look in more detail at those.
We whittled the guys down to what we've got at this stage by, there's quite a couple of criteria that we looked at. First of all, we looked at their physical and physiological data from the first phase. Obviously incredibly tall athletes, big arm span, good jump, good agility. And then we looked at their sporting background. If they hadn't played the game before, we wanted to see athletes who played a team sport, particularly an invasive team sport, where it was all about exploiting space.
I was really excited because I didn't expect to get through.
Oh, I felt very surprised at first because basketball isn't really my main sport at all, and I didn't think at first that I would be put through for basketball, but after I heard about it I was just dead excited really, and I couldn't wait to get here and start training for it.
Well, we're looking at their physical abilities. We've measured their speed, their agility, their ability to run and jump. So they're the basic requirements of basketball.
It's very much an opportunity for the coaches in particular to really see the potential that these athletes have. They're not looking for the finished product here, they're looking to see who's got the raw materials to really grow and develop in the sport and perhaps be part of the GB team in 2016 or 2020.
I think this scheme's got a great chance to encourage more people to take up the sport. It's obviously raised the exposure in Britain.
Initiatives like this really do help to spread the word that GB basketball is on the move and is looking to play a significant part in the global scene of basketball.
If you relax your hand, the right wheel sits squared and the right
This is phase two of the Tall and Talented programme with rowing, so we're looking at around 80 athletes to see whether there's anyone there that really has the potential to go on to Rio 2016.
From phase one, we looked at obviously all the scores and we spent a long time looking at that. We looked at the comments of the coaches who were with them on the day. Again, we're looking at there's two things there. One is the actual scores that they've got, and secondly, what we think the potential is.
We also looked at all of the athletes' backgrounds, so what sports they've done in the past, to what level, for how long, and we then compared all of those results and those backgrounds with the profiles of past Olympic champions, so those people that we know have been selected through a similar process before and have then gone on to achieve Olympic medals.
Phase two was a step up massively. They expected more from you. There was more intense scrutiny from the people watching you. You knew the pressure was on, a lot more physically demanding and mentally demanding, because you knew that you got to this stage to get somewhere.
The tests they've been doing have been the same tests they did in phase one, some endurance tests based on a bike test. We also test them for strength and power on the Concept 2 dyno. We also then do a rowing test on a rowing machine. We give them some coaching, and after they've done a couple of sessions of coaching, we then stick them through a 3-minute test on the rower.
We're actually coaching them on the ergometer and on the water, so they're actually venturing onto the water for the first time. Some more successfully than others by the look of it.
When I first started, the process of getting into the boat was very entertaining, you could say, from a bystander. I was pushed out in a single and I lasted 6 seconds straight in.
So following the assessment phases and following phase three, we've actually now got 3 athletes that are embedded full-time in some of our leading basketball colleges within the UK. And this is a great opportunity for those guys to now start head down and developing the technical and tactical attributes required for the game.
There are 44 athletes integrated into the rowing training centres. We have approximately 10 training centres across the country. We've actually set up one new one specifically to take athletes from this project in Hartpury. At the recent Rowing Senior World Championships over in New Zealand, we actually had 2 athletes who were recruited through our previous rowing talent identification programme, which was called Sporting Giants. We ran back in 2007. So 2 really great successes, which just show that if you find the right people with the right talent, put them in the right environment with the right coaching, which is really, really important, they can progress very quickly and compete and win medals at World Championship level.